What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we're talking about two things. First of all, new weapons, and second of all, new supply drops being added into Call of Duty World War II. And this is kind of a hot topic because as of recently, there have been COD points added into Call of Duty World War II, with which you can spend real money to basically get supply drops with. And this is an interesting thing because now there's a leak and a lot of information in the game files of Call of Duty World War II, which shows new weapons and new supply drops that will soon be coming to the game. Now, as of right now, we don't have a date when these are going to be coming into the game. All we have is images. Now, I'm going to link down in the description below to the different images and various pictures of the supply drops and weapons if you want to go check them out. However, in this video, I'm going to be talking about all of the different types of supply drops and the different types of weapons being added into the game. But before I talk about those, I just have to quickly apologize. Over the last week, I've actually uploaded no videos, and the reason for that is because of two things. First of all, I was working as a paramedic. They're 12-hour long shifts, and in between them I was sleeping, and I just didn't have time to make videos. However, now we should be back to the normal video schedule, which is a video every single day of the week. And for missing those videos, guys, I am really sorry, but we are back to our regular video schedule. So, speaking of which, let's start by talking about the new supply drops. So there's three different supply drops being added into the game. There's a legendary supply drop, an epic supply drop, and finally a weapon supply drop. So the first two are pretty obvious. In a legendary supply drop, assumably you'll be guaranteed one legendary item. In an epic supply drop, you'll be guaranteed one epic item, but the third is a little bit more confusing. It is called a weapon supply drop, and it's kind of unclear what this is going to be, whether it's going to guarantee you a weapon variant or whether it's going to guarantee you a weapon that we're going to be talking about now. So the rest of the game files show different weapons being added into the game, not weapon variants like different types of MP40s or different types of M1 Grands. These are actually all new weapons in themselves, and as of right now, there is no evidence to support how we are going to get these weapons. Will we simply be able to receive these different weapons through supply drops, or will they give us these weapons for free and then we are only able to get the variants through supply drops? As of right now, we're not 100% sure, but what I would guess is to get them, you need to unlock them via weapon supply drops, which we don't know how much they're going to cost, how you can earn them. As of right now, we're not 100% sure. But the weapons that are going to be added into the game include the Gewehr 43, the Type 5, the Vlokstrumgewehr, the Beretta 38, the Sten, the Beretta 30, the M1919, the MG81, the Arisaka, the Winchester 94 lever action, the Enfield No. 2, the Walther P38, the Reichsrevolver, I don't know if I said that right, but I tried my best, an Icepick, a combat knife, and a trench knife. So the last three there are very obvious. These are going to be melee weapons, but the rest of them are ranged weapons, which are going to have different stats than the other weapons that are already in the game. So the big question that everyone is asking is this going to be pay to win? Now, I don't really have an answer for you because we don't know how we can actually earn these as of right now. If it's like Infinite Warfare, these weapons will just be free. If you have a season pass, you get them for free. If you don't have a season pass, you can earn them through challenges. On the other hand, if it's like Modern Warfare Remastered, then you would be earning them through collections. That being said, in Modern Warfare Remastered, there was also different types of supply drops that you could earn different collections from. And from the information that I'm seeing as of right now, those types of supply drops aren't going to be a thing in Call of Duty World War II. So at this point, it's really unclear the different ways we're going to be able to get these weapons. All we really know is that in the game files, there's a type of supply drop called a weapon supply drop. And if I'm guessing, that's going to kind of work like a weapon bribe from Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And then the second big question revolving around all of this is when is this going to be implemented into the game? And that's a little bit more difficult of a question to answer. If you're looking at other Call of Duty games that have added additional content into the games, it won't be till the end of December or early January. That being said, we do know that DLC 1 is coming out at the end of January. And if it's like Infinite Warfare, that is when they added additional weapons and additional content into the game, around DLC 1. So there's kind of two options, end of December or end of January, but I would guess it would be somewhere between there. In fact, another reason why this makes sense is a lot of people get the new Call of Duty games for Christmas as a Christmas present, and most people want to be able to play the original game when they get it as Christmas. That's why they add all of this additional content, generally speaking, after Christmas. Hence the end of December to January kind of timeline I've given you. The only other thing I will say is that the amount of weapons that they found in the files was 16 different weapons. Does it mean all 16 of these are going to be added into the game? The answer to that is absolutely not. In fact, if I was a betting man, I would bet that only maybe half to 2/3 of these weapons will eventually be put in the game. The reason why I say that is when Call of Duty games are released, there's often files on the game that are weapons that they were planning on putting into the game and later decided that they wouldn't fit or they're not good enough or various reasons like that. And a lot of the time these game files are found afterwards on the game as cut content. For example, in Black Ops 3, one weapon that had weapon files in the game was the M27, yet the M27 was never actually added into Black Ops 3. So it just goes to show that not necessarily all 16 of these weapons are eventually going to be placed into Call of Duty World War II. The other important thing to point out is that 3 of these weapons that I talked about actually have reload animations already in the game files. They include the Gewehr 43, the Beretta 30, and the Reichsrevolver. Now, if I was betting, I would bet that these, because of that, are going to be the first 3 weapons actually implemented into the game. Like I said, probably around end of December to end of January kind of timeline. But guys, that's really all I have to say about the new supply drops and weapons, but I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say. Do you think the system that they have implemented with the armory credits and collections is going to work for adding new weapons and supply drops into the game, or do you think they need to make some tweaks? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed the video and found it informative and liked it, it would be fantastic if you could hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel and like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button as I upload new Call of Duty videos every single day of the week. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.